Okay, let's talk about making a grid. I'm gonna walk you through it since I won't be here, so you can use this video if you need, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put a grid on our reference image, okay? So we know how many are gonna fit. So I'm gonna line up my ruler with the edges of my reference image, okay? So I'm gonna make sure this edge is lined up with this edge and this edge is lined up with this edge. Okay, and I'm just gonna do 1-inch squares. So I'm gonna go to the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. Okay, the 5 hits the edge, so I'm not gonna bother that one. Okay, so I did it on the bottom, and now I gotta do it on the top. Okay, so I'm gonna again line it up. Okay, make sure the edge of my ruler's lined up this way, and then it's lined up with this edge right here. Okay, same thing. We're gonna go with the 1, 2, 3, and the 4. Okay. Now, if you want, you can connect these now, but I'm gonna do all my little markings first. Okay. So then we're gonna line up the other edge. Okay, we're gonna line up the edge of our ruler with the edge of our image. Make sure it's lined up this way and this way. Okay. And we're just gonna do that 1 inch again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7 hits that, so I don't need to do it again. Okay, I'm gonna pull my ruler down here, and I'm going to line it up with my lines again. Okay, and we're just gonna do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6. Okay, so then you're just gonna play connect the dots. You're gonna line up your little marks. Okay, and you're just gonna make lines. Okay, they don't need to be super dark because then you can't see the picture. Okay. Okay, my pencil's not very sharp, so I'm not getting the marks good, but try and get the marks exactly, okay? So that you have even squares. Okay, so there's that way. Okay, I've got my lines set. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on this way. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going till I get all my marks done and ready to go. All right, so I made my little grid for my cat. Okay, so there's my cat. It's got a nice little grid on it. Okay, so now we need to make the grid on the paper that we're drawing. Okay, so we're gonna move our cat. Now I'm gonna use the corners of my paper. Okay, since I know that this is straight, I'm gonna use the sides of my paper to do this. Okay, so I'm going to line up my ruler with my edges. Okay, so it's lined up with the edge of my paper right here and along the bottom. Okay, and we're just gonna hit the 1 inch marks again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so it's not gonna be exactly because this paper is a little bit bigger than my reference. Okay, but we need these 5 along the bottom, and that'll be fine, okay? Okay, now we're gonna do, let's go to the top. Same thing, line it up. Make sure it's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, let's do our sides. Okay, so this is where it might get a little bit tricky because this is like not as long as our paper, okay, this image that we're working with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna determine that I'm gonna use this corner to this side, okay? So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little sections, okay? So I'm gonna line up the 7 with the edge of my paper. Okay, make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, we're gonna do the mark every inch on this side. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So line it up. We need 7 little lines. Okay, and I just did that by counting. So you started this one, this is like 0. So then you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we need 7 lines. So that's where I got the 7 from. Okay, and then we're just gonna mark those. Okay. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna play connect the dots. It's the same as, I feel like we've made like a million graphs in this class, but connect the dots. Oh, missing one on this side. I forgot my last one. Whoop. Okay. And connect. Okay. Now the other way, we're making lots of lines. Lots of little lines for you guys. Okay, all right. So because our paper was bigger than our reference image, we have some excess, okay, along our sides. So like this little section and this little section, I'm not even gonna use. So if I were you, I'd just go erase those, okay? We just use them to help us make straight lines, but we don't need them anymore. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna erase the lines so I don't get confused, okay? But you can also just like scribble them out if that's easier. But I'm gonna erase them. Okay. Okay, so now I have my little grid, okay, and my cat grid. So now I'm just gonna match up my boxes, okay? So like this top corner box Okay, we're gonna call it like, okay, this top corner box is gonna go in this top corner box. Okay, and then the box next to it will go next to it. This one will be this one. That one will be that one. That one will be that one. If you want to, you can label them, but if that's just gonna make you more confused, you don't have to. But if you want, you can just start at the top corner and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hop down here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hop down here, 11, 12, and do the whole thing. And then you'll do the same thing on your cat. So you'll start in the top left corner and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hop down here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hop down here, 11, 12. Okay, so then you know that your 2 boxes are the same, and whatever's in the 8 box, you need to draw in the 8 box, okay? So you can label them if that'll help you, okay?